And here we are, the final episode of Project Hemi Mag. Welcome back to the Auto Obsessive Garage. Chadwick with you again for another episode, the final episode of Project Hemi Mag. Before we can stick a fork in this project, this oh so long-lasting project, we have a couple things we need to take care of. So, where did we leave off last time? Well, starting up the engine after putting it back together. That's a high note, but took the vehicle to get smogged, and it would not pass because the check engine light wouldn't illuminate. So what comes next is I'm gonna have to pull that cluster and find out what's going on there. So that's interesting how that develops. You might already know if you watched my other video on hidden check engine lights. Little spoiler there, so check that video out if you haven't already. But we'll kind of do a quick summary of what I found with this car and why the check engine light was not illuminating. So that's always fun to find out, isn't it? Anyway, I'm sure we'll take care of that. And then we have some exterior cosmetic issues we definitely want to resolve. So we do have that keyed up hood. There's no way I'm ever gonna sell a car or let a car go or show a car that has that kind of body damage after we did all that mechanical work. That just detracts from the overall presence of the vehicle. So we gotta fix that up, maybe do some other touch-ups. So let's do that and be done with this project. Let's get in the garage and get some work done. Getting the gauge cluster out of the Dodge Magnum is actually not that difficult. It does require you taking apart some of the kick panels, trim pieces right around the steering wheel area, and then you can actually pull it out. There's only a few electrical connectors holding it back, and once you disconnect those and pop it out, you can access the entire gauge cluster. Once I had the gauge cluster apart, I instantly noticed all the little things the previous owner did to hide the check engine light and other trouble code lights. So you can see everything from scratches across the circuit board, electrical tape being used to cover lights, and a capacitor being broken. A lot of work to cover up a check engine light. I was able to order a refurbished unit from an online vendor that also had the correct mileage programmed in. It was a direct swap, and now the gauge cluster was perfect. Having that completely keyed up hood repainted by a body shop was huge in improving the aesthetics of the Magnum SRT8. As was a full professional detail. Well, that's it. Project Hemi Mag is finished. It looks great cosmetically. Mechanically, we know it's really damn sound, don't we? But let's think back to almost a year ago when I first picked it up in the laundry list of constantly evolving issues and problems we had with this car. So let's take a trip down memory lane with this 2006 Dodge Magnum SRT8 and see what we've had to do to this car to get it to its current state. Time for another project recap. Big issue, the hood has been keyed. I think that's a $. I don't even understand what that says, but anyway, that needs to be repaired, so I'll be taken to a body shop to get that professionally done. Pretty deep in there, it's definitely down to metal, through the clear and definitely through the paint, so we'll get that taken care of. Cylinder 5, this is the front one. You can see some flat spots on there, but the big thing is, can you see all the pitting? I don't know how well this is coming through on video, but there's just tons of pitting in the face there. It spins decently. There's a little catch here and there, not as freely as it should, but boy, that pitting is kind of scary. Follow the length of the cam, look at the lobes and see how she looks. So you're seeing pretty normal wear there. We are talking 140,000 miles, so that's pretty significant, right? you're just going to see that kind of stuff. And then, whoa, look at this fella right here. This lobe right here is chewed right up. Look at that. Try to show you guys the new catalytic converters I had installed. Looking nice and shiny. You can see the new O2 sensors there too. All done cleaning off the caked up carbon that was on every single piston. And I must say, it's looking pretty dang good under here. So, time to slide our new OEM camshaft home. Well, let's go ahead and start this 6.1 Hemi up. I've done. This Magnum SRT8 turned out awesome. The aesthetics match the mechanical condition underneath, which is always a plus. It's good looking and it's good driving. But what we're really here for is to hear that newly put together Hemi engine putting down some power.